We're doing good. Getting better, I think, each day. Be a few more hurdles that we got to kind of get through, but taking more live at bats today. So far so good.
Saw you taking some live at bats against Yacobonis. You felt fine when you came off, everything like that, or what's been the major adjustment you've had to make? Maybe coming off, is it a little more sore after? Are you rehabbing more?
It's responded really well for the most part. Some of the days that we've really kind of cranked on it, it's a little angry the next day. So that's kind of something that I expect. The inflammation is going to be the toughest thing to battle. So I think the training staff's done an unbelievable job so far, and we're just hoping that we can keep heading in the right direction, and soon enough, hopefully, be out there in the games.
Is opening day realistic for you at this point, or what are you kind of thinking about that, taking it day by day?
I'd really like it to be. For that to happen, I got to start getting in the games probably in the next week or so, which we're working hard towards. I guess maybe by the end of this week I'll have a better understanding, Sunday, Monday, something like that. But we'll just kind of handle what we can. Rushing this is probably not going to be too good, so as long as everything checks out, I'll be out there.
How are you liking Don Long as the new hitting coach?
Don's been great. Yeah, I know the guys in Cincinnati spoke very highly of him. They said he had a lot of great advice. He's got a lot of experience too. Very calm presence, but also creates a lot of confidence, I think, in the hitters. And he's got some new ideas. So I think everyone here has been really happy.
You've been a part of this organization for quite some time, seen camps run different ways. How would you compare Brandon Hyde's camp and the way he's running it from the past?
A lot of things are pretty similar because they have to be. But the message he wants, he preaches a high intensity, very driven effort. I think everyone knows kind of what state this team is in, and I think it's really good for some of the young guys because there's a few spots that are still unclaimed, maybe quite a few actually. So that competition's been great to see. I think a lot of guys are really showing the best they have to offer, and some of these decisions at the end are going to be really difficult.
You've been a veteran in the past. This is your first year kind of stepping up to the plate in that sense, but do you feel that you're carrying a bigger role being one of the few veterans on this roster?
It's a big topic. You do what you can. I don't feel some enormous burden. I don't think anybody does. You got to take care of your own business first. But there's been a few things that we've touched upon, and somebody has to kind of do some of the heavy lifting in that regard. But there's not some sort of meeting where we have to do it all. It's take care of your own business, and if the best thing you can do is do it the right way, and then people just kind of follow you.
What's impressed you the most about the way these young guys are carrying themselves? When I talk to some people, they say they have a confidence and they're working really hard, supporting each other, but at the same time, as you said, a lot of these guys are competing for a few open spots.
The on-field play is the biggest thing. It's going out there, it's, making the plays you need to make. It's showing the best version of yourself. The stuff in the clubhouse, it's a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes you need to pull someone to the side, but really you just want everyone to go out there and if there's a spot to be won, that they're gonna fight for it, and that goes for everyone for that matter. I think our pitchers, especially with this new technology that we have, are really inspired. I hear a lot of them talking about ways that they can take that next step. And for the Orioles, moving forward in the next 3, 4, 5 years, a lot of these guys are going to be the core that are hopefully when things kind of come back into focus and have a really nice team. But this year, we got to have some realistic goals and work to win as many games as we can.
Final question, you brought up the technology the pitchers are using. Do you benefit from any of that, whether it's maybe watching so you get a better look at from a hitter's standpoint, or is it really just the pitchers? And if not, is there any technology you guys are using that you feel that you benefited from?
We have a little bit. In all honesty, that maybe they have a little bit more, and that's just the nature of they're the ones out there kind of dictating the action. Hitters are usually reacting. That being said, it's interesting to see what they're targeting, because when you're at the plate, you can formulate some of your approaches based on what you see, and you just know what you see playing a season anyway. There's trends that are going on that you got to adjust to. And some of the things that are working and really in fashion as hitters, you got to you got to work to kind of figure out how to hit them. You know, whether it's the higher fastball or the big curveballs or any of the things that are getting a lot of news these days. It's our job to do the best we can for hitters.